Minneapolis is on edge tonight. The Pentagon is putting 1,500 troops on standby, and the FBI is reportedly asking agents across the country to volunteer for temporary duty in that city. This comes after days of protests following a fatal shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent. ABC's Matt Rivers is back on the scene in Minneapolis.
Tonight, 1,500 active duty soldiers, 2 battalions of Army paratroopers on alert, ready for possible deployment to Minneapolis. After more than 10 days of protests throughout the city over the deadly shooting of 37-year-old mother of 3 Renee Good by an ICE officer. Defense officials telling ABC News that President Trump has not made a final decision on whether to deploy them, but they are taking, quote, prudent steps to prepare. The FBI now reportedly asking agents across the country to volunteer to travel to Minneapolis for temporary duty. The exact assignment unclear. Tensions mounting in the city as the administration continues to insist that ICE officer Jonathan Ross's shooting of Renee Good was justified and no further review of his actions are warranted.
We are not investigating, and if there comes a time when we need to, we will, but it's not now.
Sources telling ABC News the federal investigation is focused less on the shooter, Ross, and more on Good, her conduct, and possible ties to activist groups. Also facing scrutiny, the city and state's top Democratic leaders, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Under investigation, sources say, for allegedly obstructing law enforcement activities in the state. Frey telling ABC News that he and Walz have done nothing wrong, but suspects they are being targeted for speaking out against the administration and calling for ICE to leave the city.
There are other countries where you get put away for the things that you say. There are other countries where you get investigated for saying something that runs counter to what the federal government states. But in this country, it's not that way.
Meanwhile, residents and business owners feeling the impact of ICE operations.
What have the last 2 weeks been like for you as a business owner?
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Larry Rinaldo owns the Northeast Moose, a Minneapolis staple. His bottom line is hurting, and some employees are too scared to come to work. All politics aside, he says, he just wants things back to normal.
Everybody's scared. I mean, not just, the people that are scared of immigration status, but everybody's scared.
Now, Linsey, the White House has not yet responded to repeated inquiries from ABC News about the potential for a military deployment. A Pentagon spokesperson saying only, quote, the Department of War is always prepared to execute the orders of the commander-in-chief if called upon.